आपको अपनी 85 लाख की गाड़ी 2.5 लाख में बेचनी पड़ेगी तो आप क्या करेंगे? दिल्ली में कुछ ऐसा ही हुआ। एक मर्सिडीज के ओनर, जो मर्सिडीज करीब 15 साल से ऊपर 85 लाख में खरीदी गई थी, was sold at approximately 2.5 lakhs in Delhi. Hello and welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In this video, we are going to analyze कि ऐसा क्या situation आ गया that people in Delhi are protesting against the new rules with respect to end of life vehicles. But before we delve into this discussion, the recent update is that we are starting up with our new batch on 7th of July, 9th as well as on 11th of August. Talking about some of the things that are very specific to Legacy IAS Academy classes is that it is inclusive of complete GS syllabus. So that includes not only some of the most important subjects of UPSC, such as history, geography, polity, and economics, amongst science and technology as well as environment, but it is also inclusive of subjects like international relations, internal security, disaster management, amongst others. So that makes Legacy IAS Academy classes very unique as compared to others. Now there is one more thing which is very unique is the small batch size. Per batch, we have approximately 40 students. That gives easier student-pupil ratio, and the faculties are much more easily able to concentrate on every student. But despite of this, if the students are having any difficulty, they can definitely contact the mentors as well as the faculty in one-to-one mentorship. Additionally, at the end of every chapter, there will be regular test with respect to prelims as well as with respect to mains. So there would be regular answer writing sessions. So don't wait and call on the number that's mentioned below, that's 9606900004, or click on the link mentioned below or scan the QR code. Now, moving on to the topic, that is why has such kind of situation arisen that people of Delhi are protesting against the new rules. What are the rules? The rule says that refueling of end of life vehicles will not be done with effect from 1st of July 2025. So what do we mean by end of life vehicles? Any diesel vehicle which is more than 10 years of age, that is registered last 10 years ago, or a petrol vehicle which was registered last 15 years ago will be considered as end of life vehicle, and any such vehicle will not be refueled in Delhi anymore as per the rules of CAQM. So that is the regulations that are coming from CAQM. So we will be delving into what is this organization. But before we delve into this question कि CAQM होती कौन है इस तरीके का रेगुलेशन लाने के लिए, पहले हमें ये जानने की जरूरत है कि ये सिचुएशन आया क्यों. If we talk about some of the most polluted cities of the Indo-Gangetic Plain, we know that Delhi has been one of the most infamous cities for this. Delhi, for various reasons including stubble burning, construction activities, vehicular pollution, industrial pollution for that matter, has remained in news for more than 10 years for excessive pollution in the month of November and December. If we go by statistics, what all sectors are responsible for this pollution, if we go by numbers, vehicular emission is responsible for 50 to 53% of the pollution levels in Delhi. It accounts for almost 50%, although there are definite other reasons, for example, construction, waste burning, road dust, industry and household sources. But these together account for rest 50%, and only vehicular emissions are responsible for 50% of the pollution. So in such case, it is imperative, if we have to bring down the air pollution, we will have to take some of the other measures with respect to vehicular pollution. So in this regard, the most recent step, I should not be calling this as the first step, the most recent step has been taken by CAQM. So Commission for Air Quality Management, this is a statutory body whose primary intention is that somehow they have to bring down the air pollution levels. Okay? Very recently, there has been a change of government in Delhi, and previously, the previous government which was up has been replaced by the BJP government. So, as per the CAQM's directive, now this body is a statutory body and it has no political interventions on this. After the CAQM directive came up, then there was political intervention and the BJP leader had requested that this directive, that the refueling should not be done in Delhi, this must be postponed for a certain period of time. If we try to understand this by numbers, कि कितना ज़्यादा, now we understood this fact that definitely vehicular pollution is responsible for 50% of the air pollution in Delhi. But ये vehicular pollution में end of life vehicles का कितना बड़ा contribution है? If we talk about the any vehicle which is more than 10 years in terms of diesel or more than 15 years in terms of petrol, these are BS4 or BS3 or BS2 vehicles. जो पिछले 10 सालों 15 सालों के अंदर रजिस्टर हुई हैं व्हीकल्स, और एटलीस्ट आफ्टर 2020 1st of April 2020 के बाद इंडिया में BS6 नॉर्म्स मैंडेटरी कर दिए गए थे. तो इसके बाद जितने भी व्हीकल्स रजिस्टर हुए ये सब BS6 के अंडर रजिस्टर हुए. टॉकिंग अबाउट BS6 और BS4 के बीच में कितना गैप हो जाता है. BS4 व्हीकल्स आर रेस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर 4.5 और क्लोज टू 5.5 टाइम्स ऑफ द पोल्यूशन लेवल्स ऑफ BS6. एक BS6 की गाड़ी जितना पोल्यूशन करेगी उसका 4.5 गुना 5.5 गुना BS4 की व्हीकल की पोल्यूशन होती है. नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट व्हीकल्स व्हिच आर BS2 और BS3 एज वेल. तो ऑब्वियसली उनका जो वेहिकुलर पोल्यूशन होगा वो बहुत ज्यादा होगा एज कंपेयर टू द BS6 नॉर्म्स. ओके, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस इफ वी गो बाय नंबर्स कि क्या क्या पॉल्यूटेंट्स रिलीज होते हैं बाय ओल्डर व्हीकल्स और फॉर दैट मैटर वेहिकुलर पोल्यूशन में क्या क्या पॉल्यूटेंट्स रिलीज होते हैं. So we have a huge amount of PM10, but PM2.5 या फिर सल्फर डाइऑक्साइड या फिर नाइट्रोजन डाइऑक्साइड का भी एमिशंस बहुत ज्यादा होता है. So some of the most polluting gases that includes PM2.5, PM10, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, these gases are most emitted by vehicular pollutions. Now there is a national database registry जो हमारी कंट्री के सारे व्हीकल्स रजिस्टर होते हैं उनसे रिलेटेड रियल टाइम डेटा इज मेंशन्ड इन वाहन. दिस इज एन ऐप. ओके, एज पर वाहन इट सेज 62 lakhs, more than 62 lakhs end of life vehicles are running in Delhi, जिसमें obviously सबसे ज्यादा टू व्हीलर vehicles हैं as compared to फोर व्हीलर. If we go by two wheelers, there are 41 lakh two wheelers and 18 lakh four wheeler vehicles, which is responsible for such high amount of pollution levels. So rightly so, CAQM was able to take this decision. Okay, but this is, as we discussed, this is not the first step. Previously also such kind of steps have been taken. For example, Supreme Court ने 2018 में ये बैन कर दिया था कि किसी भी तरीके के एंड ऑफ लाइफ व्हीकल्स दिल्ली एंटर नहीं कर सकते हैं. एडिशनली इन सारे व्हीकल्स का रजिस्ट्रेशन भी दिल्ली में नहीं होगा. वंस द व्हीकल इज बॉट एंड रीसोल्ड, बॉट वंस अगेन और सोल्ड वंस अगेन, तो ये सारे व्हीकल्स का रजिस्ट्रेशन दिल्ली में नहीं होगा. दिस वाज अ डायरेक्टिव फ्रॉम सुप्रीम कोर्ट इन 2018. एडिशनली इससे प्रीवियसली भी एनजीटी दैट इज नेशनल ग्रीन ट्राइब्यूनल ने 2014 में ही यह कहा था दैट पार्किंग फॉर एंड ऑफ लाइफ व्हीकल्स शैल नॉट बी अलाउड इन पब्लिक स्पेसेस. अगर आप प्राइवेट स्पेसेस में इस तरीके के व्हीकल्स को पार्क करते हो then you can continue to do so, but additionally you should also be giving this data to the government कि इस व्हीकल को आप कितने बार यूज करते हो, कीपिंग इट इन प्राइवेट पार्किंग. सो पब्लिक पार्किंग में एनजीटी इन 2014 हैड बैंड कि एंड ऑफ लाइफ व्हीकल्स कैन नॉट बी पार्क्ड पब्लिकली. ओके, स्क्रैपिंग वाज मैंडेटरी विद इन 180 days of expiration of registry as per the regulations from Supreme Court as well as the NGT. Now talking about कि ये इस तरीके की जो बैन है कि हम लोग रिफ्यूल नहीं करेंगे, इसे इंप्लीमेंट किया कैसे जाता है. हाउ डू वी इंप्लीमेंट दिस? जैसे कि ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि कोई गाड़ी पेट्रोल पंप तक पहुंची एंड दे आस्क्ड इज योर व्हीकल मोर देन 10-15 years old, दे सेड नो, और फिर उस व्हीकल को रिफ्यूल कर दिया जाए. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होगा बिकॉज ऑल ऑफ दिस इज डिजिटली कनेक्टेड. हाउ इज इट डन? दैट वी हैव ANPR दैट स्टैंड्स फॉर automated number plate recognition. Now what is automated number plate recognition? कि इस तरीके के कैमरास अटैच्ड हैं और these cameras are also present at the fueling stations. तो अलग अलग जगहों पर इस तरीके के कैमरा अटैच्ड है जो कि ये नंबर प्लेट को रिकॉग्नाइज कर सकता है. थ्रू ऑटोमेटिक नंबर प्लेट रिकॉग्निशन these number plates can be recognized और ये नंबर प्लेट का डेटा को वाहन के डेटा से रजिस्टर किया जाए, चेक किया जाएगा. सो वाहन, एज वी डिस्कस्ड, इज अ नेशनल डेटाबेस कि कौन से व्हीकल्स कब रजिस्टर हुए थे. As soon as it is found that this vehicle was registered more than 10 years or 15 years old, so there will be an announcement at the fueling station. There will be an audio alert that number plate with such and such number shall not be refueled. तो इस तरीके से इस सिस्टम को चलाया जाता है as of now. But then as of now there are certain issues with automated number plate recognition also. There are certain technical glitches. कैमरा कभी सही से नंबर डिटेक्ट नहीं कर सकती है, कभी कभी सेंसर्स काम नहीं करते, कभी कभी स्पीकर्स काम नहीं करते. तो ऐसे कंडीशन में बहुत बार ऐसा भी हो रहा है that the vehicle which was registered more than 10 years or 15 years old was refueled and the vehicle which was not registered मतलब जो 15 साल 10 साल पुरानी नहीं थी उसे भी रिफ्यूलिंग नहीं किया गया. So there are certain technical glitches. कैमरा के आइडेंटिफिकेशन में इश्यूज है, सेंसर में इश्यूज है, स्पीकर में इश्यूज है, एंड फॉर दैट मैटर ANPR system right now connected with Vahan is not working. This issue is also specific to HSRP. Now what is HSRP? This is high security registration plate. इस तरीके के नंबर प्लेट्स आप देख सकते हो. Now high security registration plates जो होते हैं, high security के जो plates होते हैं, इनमें ANPR को आइडेंटिफाई करना और मुश्किल हो जाता है. So for that matter, it leads to some kind of problems because of which we have not been able to implement this fuel ban or refueling in complete total. So it अभी के लिए ऐसा इस रूल को फिलहाल के लिए पोस्टपोन कर दिया गया है. There has been the most recent update from CAQM as well as the Delhi government that the end of life vehicles can refuel but not ply on the Delhi roads. तो जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट और NGT के regulations थे कि आप एंड ऑफ लाइफ व्हीकल्स को दिल्ली में नहीं लेकर एंटर कर सकते हो या एंड ऑफ लाइफ व्हीकल्स को दिल्ली में पार्क नहीं कर सकते हो इन पब्लिक प्लेसेस, दीज आर गोइंग टू कंटिन्यू. बट अगर इस तरीके के रूल्स वायलेट होते हैं तो क्या होगा? तो फिर आपके व्हीकल को जब्त कर लिया जाएगा. द व्हीकल विल बी इम्पाउंडेड एज वेल एज यू विल हैव टू पे अ फाइन टू पुल बैक द व्हीकल. उस व्हीकल को वापस लेने के लिए आपको 10,000 रुपीज फॉर 4 व्हीलर्स and 5,000 rupees for 2 wheelers you will have to pay as a penalty. If the vehicle has not been collected for 3 weeks, then the vehicle will automatically be going for a scrap, or if the vehicle is impounded for the second time, then also it will be going for the scrap. So as per the current rules, there are very strict implementations कि Supreme Court या NGT के directive को implement करना बहुत जरूरी है because we have not been able to integrate the data with ANPR as well as Vahan. These are some of the corrective steps, very strict measures, although very much required for Delhi to bring down the air pollution levels in Delhi. With that, we come to the end of this topic. If you have any doubt, please do let us know in the comment section below. Thank you so much and all the very best.